Hey all, it's me Timon from forexreviews.info. I hope you're all having a lovely day there wherever you are. I wanted to do a video on how to trade the lower time frames successfully with price action. This is such a big topic, you know, you hear so many different people's opinions on the subject, but not many people actually will talk about how to trade price action on the lower time frames. There is a little bit of a knack to it, and when you do it, there's a certain way I like to do it, which involves less risk and more gain for the trader. But be aware with what I'm saying about trading lower time frames is the risk is always going to be higher than being conservative and trading off the 1 hour or the 4 hour or the daily charts. You're definitely going to get bigger moves, so it depends on what sort of trade you are. Interestingly enough, I used to be a very active lower time frame trader, and occasionally when I have plenty of time, I'm very busy at the moment, but when I have plenty of time I will actually scalp and trade this way as well, depending on how the market is flowing. Okay, similar to long-term trading, you still have to think with trading lower time frames, you still have to think from a long-term perspective. Long-term perspective meaning, okay, if this trade does not go into profit straight away, will it go in profit over time? That's what you need to know. You're looking for probability here. Still, even when you're trading the 15-minute, the 5-minute, the 1 minute, oh geez, I'm not going to go as low as the 1 minute guys. I'm going to mainly stick to the 5-minute and 15-minute charts. But to me, that is a very, very low time frame, and with price action, you'll see what I mean. You can't do price action with the 1 minute chart. You're just going to be thrown left, right, and center. So, to begin with, you just want to assess the overall view. And what better way to assess the overall view of the market than to jump to the daily chart on a pair and get your bias straight away. Get your bias on that pair. So I'll focus on the Euro US to begin with. As you see, I've just got 50 moving average here. That doesn't need to be on the chart. I just sometimes have that. It just gives me a little bit of confidence to how the market's flowing. It gives me a bit of an estimate of where the market might be heading in the future, or where it might not be heading in the future. It doesn't need to be on the chart. I'm not trading it. I'm not thinking of it as a trading indicator or anything like that. I've just got it on the chart. So actually what I'll do now is I'll remove it because we don't need to have that on the chart. Okay, so what I'll do first off is just to give you guys an idea about my support, how I draw my support and resistances. This is the daily chart to begin with. We're going to be focusing on the lower time frames, so I'm going to be adding a few more support and resistances in here, and I'll show you exactly how to do that in a second. This is the daily chart. You see these are all the major turns in the market. Alright, you see all that? Beautiful. Okay, now that you see all the major turns, this indicates where the market usually ebbs to and fro, commonly, gives you high probability. These are the areas which are the best places to trade. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll drop down to the H4, and as you can see, yep, shows it here on the H4 as well, or on the 4-hour chart. Okay, now we'll drop down to the 1 hour. Okay, this is where it gets interesting. Now that we're on the 1 hour, I'm going to draw 1 hour support and resistances. Why 1 hour support and resistances? Because I'm going to drop back to the 15-minute and 5-minute chart. So you always want to have your support and resistances drawn in by the higher time frame step up from where. I don't like to go lower than the 1 hour though. The 1 hour can cover the 15, 30-minute and 5-minute to me. So I'll make this a different color though, because I want to know the difference between, you can see that, you can see why it's significantly want to know the difference between the 1 hour support and resistance and I'll make them green. Okay, Yeah, okay, I'm happy with green. Okay, 1 hour support and resistances in comparison to now I'll just shrink this down a little bit just so I can see a little bit further back. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, so I'll grab that there. You see what I'm doing here? Bing, bing. Okay, bam. Bam. Which now just about to come up to one right now. Okay, so now that we've done that, we know that these are for the 1 hour chart, the green ones. Okay, so we've got all the green charts, and see, I'll just go back a little bit just to make sure they're all lining up nice. They all look really good. So, okay, that's it. Right? That's how you do your one. Whoa, okay, that happens sometimes. Just gotta be careful. That's how you do your 1 hour support and resistances. Okay, so now I'll change it back to candles. Not going to add any more support and resistances. I'm only going to add 1 hour or around 1 hour time frame support and resistances, unless of course I see something that I missed, and then I'll add one. Okay, so look at this. Price is coming down to a medium level support now. Could it bounce? If it bounces here, bam, we're going to see numbers like 127.70 or higher, probably 128 again, which would be interesting. We see this as a resistance now. So now that we've identified these two zones on the chart, we will switch down to a lower chart. 30 minute still looks good. Yep, still looks good in the 30 minute. Drop back to the 15 minute. Yep, still looks good. Okay, now that we're on the 30 minute, right? Okay, just let me do 1 sec. Now that we're on the 15 minute, we'll look at the chart. We'll look at price action. Firstly, I'll go off the 15 minute, and then I'm going to go back to the 5 minute just to show you price action on both these time frames. They're pretty similar, but you'll find the 15 minute one is a little bit better. So what I'll do, just a little bit better because you can get more pips. What I'll do now is I will make it auto scroll, and I'll just go back a couple of weeks. Let's go back to, how about this? What month is it now? It's November. Okay, let's go to the 1st of November. I'm going to just draw a line in here. And we'll just start through there, and we'll just see if we can do about 10, 15. We'll see how active we can be on the 15 minute, and we'll add up the trades, and we'll add up our profit or whatever based on price action. Once again, this is about price action, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, so as we're coming down, okay, we're looking for pin bars or weakness. Okay, see our price come up here and then fell back down. That would be a good sell. See, right here as it broke down below support, then came back, hit it, and then fell down. But you wouldn't sell straight away. You would sell about here. Okay, so come down here. It's not perfect price action. I'm looking for good price action for you guys. There's a good bearish engulfing, breaking through support. Then it came back up, tested as resistance, and then as you see, it fell back down again. Hey, there you go. There's a good one. There's a good price action signal. It's a continuation price pattern. As you see, the market comes down under support, comes up, touches it, falls back down, comes back down under, comes up, touches it, falls back down. What it's doing is it's retesting the previous little area where it moved up and down, and then it falls back down. See, it comes back down here. See, someone could have held that pattern there down to here to the next zone, 52 pips, and see how this is a daily support area. So really, this is an area where you'd be more interested in closing, not really seeing what's going to go on. Maybe this is more like a scalping sort of style. Like I said, this is less than a day, maybe just a couple of hours, few hours. And so we got it bouncing around support here, bouncing around support, and then it indicated a drop through of support. But you see how it's sort of holding here? Okay, if you wanted to enter this market and be more bearish on it, then you would enter after it broke below here. Please be aware, this could be a fake out. These can be fake outs, so it's use your gut here, and take that down to here, the next support zone. And see, now that we're down this support zone here, we got a nice pin bar here right on the support. Beautiful. So you just enter just after that, and you can keep watching the market. You know, you've seen it falling down here. You could have just taken a short profit here as it meandered up and down. Around 20 pips, 15, 20 pips. Nothing to get excited about. Then the market comes around, comes back down, and we see a couple more pins, and we get a bullish engulfing here. So, okay, nice bullish engulfing bar here, and there's quite a few nice candles here, but this one's the one to watch because it's bigger than all the others, and it pushed all the market up to the next. Well, it was support, now it's resistance, remember guys. So now that it's being pushed up to that, you could get about, I would say about 40 pips. About 35 pips from that. Not bad, eh? Just for a small trade. Then you close that, waiting for it to come back down. Okay, it didn't come back down to this support area. That's alright. Come down here, breaks back up, comes back down. You've got a nice sort of price action sell off just here as it broke below. I'll leave that up to you guys whether you'd want to enter. You'd want to enter around here, breaks back down here, comes back around, and see how it broke under that support and then it comes back up and retouches it. This is the key to trading lower time frames. It's the key to trading most time frames, in fact. Price will do something like, price will always do a pattern like this. Say it comes down to test support, yep, it'll come back up and then it'll turn around and sell back more. Such a common one. It's either that or it comes down to price, meanders, and then bounces back up. Both of these usually happen. So, you're probably wondering to yourself, why does it break down and then come back to retouch? I'll tell you, this is a little tip I've learned about psychology and why support and resistance are very effective. All the people that bought here, right, okay, they put orders in, they bought around this zone, this 2770 zone, right? All those people, they bought away, and it sold off, it sold down. So all those sellers, all those buyers were a bit disappointed, like, oh man, they were a bit like a little bit disappointed, a little bit upset, and the sellers thought to themselves, hey, that was a good sell, they sold down to here real easy, you know, from all the way up here. They thought, hey, I've gone a bit too far here, I've sold down. Possibly they were aiming for this area as well with their profit, but it just broke through, right? So they got out as it broke through because they're thinking, okay, the market's going to turn around now. Yeah? The buyers are thinking, oh, my trade's in minus. The sellers are thinking, hey, wait, good profit. Boom. So they close their trade. Now, the buyers say to themselves, if it gets back to my trade, I'll close it and I'll open a sell. So what happens is, the psychology of the market, they just set a really tight stop loss, take profit, just like 1 pip or no pips, and exactly where their trade gets out, they put a sell order. Yeah. And so what happens is this creates the psychology of the market. The market comes down, the sellers take profit, and they're happy about that. The market starts to meander back up. The buyers that were buyers and now become sellers, and they sell it back down again, and voila, you've just created a selling market just because of the psychology of it breaking below a significant area. You get me? So that's the psychology to look at when price goes back to where it came from. If you find you open an order at support, yeah, and it's the market is selling off, and you're worried, oh, it's not going to get back to me to close it. Chances are it will. Highly likely it will. But just be aware, you might want to take no profit on that, or just a couple of pips, because all those people that were buyers before, like you, a lot of them are going to put sell orders in there, and they're going to get rid of their buy at exactly the same time. So that's why you get this bounce play that comes underneath. In fact, it happened twice. It's like the buyers weren't fully convinced. I mean, the sellers weren't fully convinced, so they just stayed out for a bit longer, and it came back up here and then dropped back down. And look at this, you got this nice sell off here. So these continuation patterns are really good, and there's something to keep an eye on. It's definitely an interesting trick to the market. The price action is in the flow of the market here. As you see here, I'll point them out. Oop. Comes back and retouches, comes down here, comes back and retouches, and fails again at 127. Let's go figure. Why does it keep failing at this number? Because people keep putting orders in to sell at this number now. Now what's interesting is, how is this going to change? How? Why? And how and why would this change? Why wouldn't it just keep doing the same thing over and over again? What? Because you get more buyers, right? That push it through. Now here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. If we get price coming up and actually breaking through and detaching from this area, from this support area, like say price, say here, say when price came up here, it came up like this, and then it came down here like this, and then just for a little bit, like you just got enough buyers in here just to push it up a little bit, that'd be enough for most sellers to get out. That'd be it. Why? Their sells are just their sells are basically a break even, right? Okay. They might be a slight bit of minus. So what they'll do is they'll go, okay, they'll do one of two things. They'll either buy straight away, and that'll push the market up to here, going, okay, it's bouncing, I'm buying. Or they will actually stop. They'll actually take a small loss on their trade. Now when you take a small loss, when you close a sell trade, what happens? Yeah, we all know this. Common. Everyone should know this. When you close a sell trade, it's like the same as a buy in the market. So if you have a sell and you sell somewhere and the market starts going up and you're like, oh, I'm getting out, minus 10 pips, minus 5 pips, whatever, I'm out. That's the same as giving that minus 5 to 10 pips to the buyers. Right, so this is the psychology of the winning of the battles, right? And this is what makes the flow of the market. So it's crucial to try and work out these flows. Okay, so I'll keep going along. Sorry, I'm rambling a bit here. Okay, so that came back down. Well, we didn't get much of a fight here, did we? At this mediocre resistance. Okay. I mean, support. But see how price hanged around here? This is saying these are zones. The price just hangs around it. Keeps coming up. It's like a magnet. Price wants to be around it. You know, so if you're aiming for here, it's a good magnet. Now, okay, we got a nice price action here. What I used to refer to in my previous videos. It's railroad, right? price sells all the way down, and wow, what a sell-off, eh? You open just underneath, nice sell-off all the way down to the next zone, 126.70. Woo! What a beautiful move, eh? So let's see what that one would have been. By the way, there was not just one price action signal here, there's signals all the way along here. Price kept trying to break up high, but just kept falling back down. Interesting enough, I know how that would look on probably the higher time frames. It just looked like a lot of pin bars here, yeah? Like just 3 or 4 pin bars in a row. Where, look at this, look at range here. This is because this is the 15-minute chart. And so it's pretty obvious where a person would want to close this. They'd see this beautiful pin bar down the bottom at 126.60, 126.60 area. Like I've been saying to everyone on eToro and on the social platforms I use and forums and stuff, I've been saying to everyone there, 126.50 is going to be a very psychological area. And look at that, it just bounced beautifully. In fact, it wasn't just a normal bounce. That's what I call a beautiful, an extremely beautiful pin bar, right? It pin barred up and there was golfing straight up to the next zone within half an hour. So it would have been a straight, quick 50 pips easily, right? Now here's the beautiful thing about it, right? We got this beautiful strong pin bar at that resistance, right? That next resistance, and you could have sold it down for an easy about 35 pips. And you know what? All this within a couple of hours. An hour, maybe an hour. An hour, maybe 2 hours. Faster up, slower down. Okay. So, and interestingly, see, this is another psychology of the market. I just love this. I see this time and time again. See how the price came back down to nearly 126.70 area again. All those buyers that had seen this rally up, and all those trades that had seen this rally up, even the sellers and stuff, had said, hey man, when the sell came down to here, they took profit down here because they said, wow, it significantly jumped there before, I'm not willing to hold my trade further. So they closed their sells down here, down around this area. And when they closed their sells, the buyers that saw this big rally before but didn't get in, the quieter ones, they bought. And what did they do? They pushed it back to that area, bam, almost straight away. Actually, within 1 hour, two and a half hours back up to that price, and then bam, 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 and it kept going up. In fact, it went up 2 zones from these buyers here. And look at that beautiful bit of price action there, that little bit of a pin there, and you got that nice engulfing bullish candle right next to it. Beautiful. Beautiful trade. Should have taken it. I missed it. I wasn't paying attention. I hope some other people took it. That's the part of trading, isn't it? Okay, so now that I've gotten to this, when it was breaking through here, see this resistance zone here, you have 2 options. Say you held on and it started breaking through here and you're thinking, is it going to go back down? This is a resistance. I don't know. You could got two options. You can either blindly close it and just go, oh fuck it, or stuff it. Mind my language. You can either blindly, just take that profit there, or you can look for continuations patterns here and just say to yourself, okay, if it breaks down somewhere here, below here, I will close the trade. And I mean, you're risking profit for more profit. That's the way you got to see it. But anyway, it did break through, which was beautiful, and it produced a nice, see this candle here, continuation pattern right here, which is what you're waiting for and happy to see, and that pushed it up, pushed it down, and see how now it had gotten up high enough, the buyers just kept it above this area, yeah, and boom, bing, hits this major resistance near 128, 127.70 area, right? And the sellers had put enough orders in there to push it back down. Okay? But guess what? This is the psychology again. Will we get a bounce here? Will we get a nice pin bar here? Will we get a nice continuation pattern of going up? Because I tell you what, if we get a nice buy pattern here, like something where it comes down, we get a nice pin bar, and then it goes back up, something like, let me just draw something similar to what I would like to see. Something like this, comes down again, pin bar here. Buyers just say, yep, I'm buying that up. Then where do you think it's going to go? I know where it's going to go. Probably to about here. Let's not say the whole way because these are zones, remember? So let's just say to about here. And there's going to be a bump here, by the way. You'll probably find that you'll get something similar to this. This is where everyone's like, oh, should I hold it? Take profit. And everyone jumps in and takes profit straight away. I mean, I even do it sometimes myself as well. Like, kick the floor when I realise, you know, kick my foot when I realise, ah, oh, damn it. It did what I thought it was going to do. What the brain thinks and what's going to happen in Forex can be two of the same things, but what you actually do, you've got to sit on your hands sometimes. Okay. So, in fact, look, it can do this. This is the sellers trying to push it back down. But watch the pin bars. If you're willing to be patient, go, hey, yeah, man, if it goes down here, I'm getting out. You opened a trade around here, right, from a pin bar, went all the way up here. You're watching it on the 15-minute, then bam, you know, or bam, close, or bam, hold on. Then what I recommend you do is when it gets to about here, this area, yeah, lock in your profit here. Lock it in about there. Put your stop loss here. Yeah? Then just wait. Let's see how far this market's going to go. Every time it comes down and retraces and bounce up a little bit higher, lock in a little bit more. And if it comes back too far, close it. Take what you can. That's just, yeah, that's a little bit of price action tips there. Hard to do, like I said, once again, but get into the habit of discipline. Okay, lock in those profits. Rather than taking profit, lock it in. Locking in is better than taking profit. Okay, I've got to remind myself that all the time. Okay, now that I've done the 15-minute chart, I'm sure you all want to see a few examples on the 5-minute chart of some nice price action. I'm not going to waste too much time on price action on the 5-minute chart. I'm just going to show maybe 5 or 6 and then I'll leave it at that because I don't want this video to go on forever, and I think you guys are getting the point of what I'm getting at with price action here, the market flow, okay, and what to look for. Alright, so I'll just go back a little bit. Okay, I'll start here. Okay, so the market came down. Well, first of all, you got a good price action here. It broke through resistance. You would enter about here on the 5-minute chart after that candle, because you want it to go down. The further it goes into below these lines, the more you've got more control. Okay, so you sell here, which was at 128.20. Okay, this is a 5-minute chart. Remember, this is less accurate than the 15-minute chart. And you just ride to see how far you're going for here, but you're riding to see how far, and you see it started to come back. You've gotten an easy 35 pips there. Now, here's a green support. As you see, you've got a couple of pin bars here. A perfect pin bar to me. Nice pin bar right next to the support area. So you take that trade, and because this is the 5-minute chart, you'll usually find there's a medium support and resistance. And I can see it straight here just from looking at this chart, and it's sort of confirmed itself right there, and so you just aim for that, you know, bam. Okay, and that's a dynamic thing. You see it as the market forms. Here's another pin bar. You sell that down, you see the market starting to come back up, you close it around here, about 20 pips. Oh, here's a nice bearish engulfing right near the resistance. You sell that down, straight down to the next support. Like I said, just see if it makes it. It goes. It did make it. You know, you can close it there. See if it goes further. I would have closed it after I've seen this formation of pin bar here. Then I'd buy here. Shows bullishness, continuation pattern. Bam, straight back up to here. Another 30 or 40 pips. You see another pin bar here at this mediocre resistance line. You sell just after it, and bam, it goes all the way back down to basically same price again, 127.70 area again. Then when you get down here, you can see that, oh no, there's no pin bars there. I'd keep out of that one. Yeah, I'll just keep out of them. That'd be what I'd be watching. It's a nice little continuation pattern. No good. I can't see the price action there, but if you're happy with continuation patterns, you could enter there. You could enter here, see as it's broken through, and it's just taken off. Here's a sell pin bar. As you see, it didn't go very far. Sometimes they do that, so you got to hold it onto it long term, and eventually it got back down to here. Here's another one showing you that these pin bars, really what they're doing is they're just telling you where the resistance is, in a way. It's like, hey, here I am. So pay attention to pin bars, the way they form, where they form. The selling or buying always happens before it. It's just that the pin bar goes a little bit further than expected. That's the way of looking at it. Okay, so 127.70, it's, you know, there's a nice little pin bar. He sold that off and goes all the way down to here. Another pin bar here, right on the support. See, bam. I mean, like, as I can see it right now. If you see these formations forming, see that? Here. So that indicates another support. Another support and resistance zone. I mean, you're trading the 5 minutes, so there's these support and resistance zones. They become dynamic. Here's another pin bar, beautiful one. Bam, straight up there. Ooh. And let me see if we're going to see any other good ones. Oh, okay. This is what I call the holy grail in pin bars. It's this beautiful pin bar, right? And as you can see, the buyers just took the show. Okay, now this is all the buyers that said I am buying at 126.60. Really, the support is 126.50, but they like all get in early. I mean, I missed it. I had a buy ready for 126.50, but my alarm didn't go off, and missed it by 10 pips. It happens. And the market went all the way up, and so we've got all the way up here, and then a beautiful bearish pin bar, which you could sell after as well, and came all the way back down. Then the bulls that didn't get in before now want to get in, and they brought it back up again. It's beautiful. It's nice seeing the pin bar here. These formations happen time and time again, so it's just about watching the chart. And when it's the 5 minute, these things are happening every hour. Okay, so you got to be really on the ball, and you got to be real quick. Okay, well that'll conclude my my post on price action on the lower time frames. I hope it has really effectively helped you in some way with trading these zones, and I hope you're having a good day. As you can see now, just before we go, as you can see now on the 1 hour charts, price is at 127.20 area, and that's a support area on euro. So what I want to see is price bounce here one more time to the bulls' favour. Then this is for higher time frame trading. I'm looking for a trend reversal pattern here. I want to see one more higher move up by the bulls. I want to see the bulls come in again, and then I want to see it retrace one more time, and then I'm going to get in on that retrace. I mean, I'd love to get in now around 127 area, so I'll see if the market retraces there. It might even retrace all the way back down to 126.50 again. I'll be watching price action on this, and I think you guys should be as well. There's some really good moves about to start happening, and I can see a reversal coming soon, and I really think that this is going to be a really nice move on this chart. Okay, so yeah, I hope you have a nice day. Don't forget to visit forexreviews.info and to get more information on Forex and trading tips, training. If you have any questions, I mean, I've only been trading about three or four years now, and so I have flaws in my trading as well. We all do. So it's a great place to learn, and also we can share ideas, and we can all become better traders. And yeah, feel free to subscribe, and have a nice day. Okay, bye for now.